Hi, I'm Dr. Khurrum Shaukat Yusafzai. Today's video is about the people who are using the hyperbaric chamber to sleep inside of it. Like they would say, like if I sleep inside a hyperbaric chamber and I would take oxygen the whole night, it will be very beneficial. So some celebrities and some famous people did that. And there are other category of people who actually made special on order tailor-made hyperbaric chambers. In that chambers they put like weights and exercise machines because they wanted to do exercise while inside the hyperbaric chamber, because a typical hyperbaric session would be like 1 hour, and if you add up like 15 minutes before and 15 minutes after to fill up and empty the chamber, it would be like 90 minutes, and it's a hell long long hell long time for people who are away from their mobile phones and people who have the habit to not being separate from their mobile phones, and they're scrolling and going to their Instagram and TikTok accounts. So because the society has adopted, so for them to be away from mobile phone is very boring, and so they thought that they would use the hyperbaric chamber to exercise inside the hyperbaric chamber. And so they put like a gym, like their weights and stuff, and they thought if they exercise and they have some extra oxygen, they will actually have a benefit. These people are exposing themselves to oxygen toxicity, because if they go up beyond the limit of the oxygen toxicity, they can damage their lungs and they can have oxygen toxicity. And if you want to know about oxygen toxicity, there is a video on my channel where I have explained the sign and symptoms and all the details, like what really happens, like cough and other symptoms. You can go there. There's a complete detail over there about oxygen toxicity, hyperoxia, and hypoxia, etc. I have defined in that video on my channel. So the people who are actually making the hyperbaric chamber and engineers, they are very much interested to make profit, because they have made a wonderful machine, and it has a beautiful shape. It has the compressor and it has the oxygen making machine, and it works, and it's creating wonders. So usually the machines are created by a patent which was done by Dr. Cunningham before the World War I. He was a professor of anesthesia in the University of Kansas, so he holds the patent for the modern hyperbaric chamber. So this doctor did some experiments and he found it to be very helpful. And at that time, the doctor community uh, were against him, and they did a lot of resistance, and they created a lot of problems for the poor guy, because at that time there was no electronic microscope. Nobody understood DNA and the effects in the body. Now there is Nobel Prize in hyperbaric medicine in 2020 and 19 and 21, etc. So now people understand. But at that time, Professor Cunningham was witch hunted by the American Medical Association in the United States of America. When he died, they actually dismantled his chamber and used it, the metal, as a scrap for the bullets in order to kill people in World War II. That is really terrible. And that chamber was so big, it was like a hotel. It was one of the biggest chamber in the world, made just around the World War I, but it was sadly sold in World War II for scrap to make bullets by some Christian school organization. If you want to know about that story, there is a video on my channel, History of the World Biggest Hyperbaric Chamber. It's right there on my channel. So even now, people think that When you are inside the hyperbaric chamber, you are getting healed, and because of the name hyperbaric oxygen therapy, they think it's the oxygen which is actually the extra oxygen they're talking about that is making the hell of a difference. Of course, the extra oxygen makes a difference in, for example, if you have like a bacterial infection which is caused by anaerobic bacteria. So if you put extra oxygen, maybe the anaerobic bacteria will die. Maybe there is some resistant bacteria. The extra oxygen will make it more susceptible to the antibiotics. In that condition, okay. But this is not how the hyperbaric oxygen therapy works. It works in the combination of factors like the pressure on the human body, which is done through the air. We're only having 21% oxygen, and then you have the pure oxygen coming through a mask or a special helmet. So it's not the oxygen that is healing you, it is multiple factors. We actually change the milieu anterior. Milieu anterior is a Latin term which means the internal physiology, chemistry, biology of your internal body is changed. And because of this, like the hyperbaric chamber sort of takes you under the water. It's like a submarine, it's like a dry submarine on the land, and you are sort of in a different atmosphere, not the same atmosphere you are breathing at sea level, but imagine you are on another planet. Imagine you have another level of oxygen, and you have another level of your nitrogen, you have another level of your other gases, carbon dioxide in your body. So it's the interplay of that, and because of the interplay of that factors and the change in your internal body, the milieu anterior, as we call it in Latin, we induce certain factors. That certain factors which are induced, that certain factor triggers your healing. So we actually use the hyperbaric chamber as a consultant of hyperbaric medicine and a specialist, a doctor of hyperbaric medicine. We actually induce triggers that will actually make it possible for your healing to start. So we press that trigger and we make your cells to be start healing, and that is done in the hyperbaric chamber. But the effects are there for 24 hours after the hyperbaric chamber. Then next day you take another session. Next day again you, and you keep on taking it as long as the doctor is telling you, so that you are in the zone, in the safe zone. You are not exceeding, you are not getting oxygen toxicity. So we make you avoid the oxygen toxicity, avoid the other side effect, avoid the drug interactions with other drugs or other treatments you are taking. So we make you heal in a safe zone, and that is really good. So the prescription of hyperbaric doctor is very important. Like the celebrities are claiming they have the hyperbaric doctor, but I don't think so. If they're sleeping inside the hyperbaric chamber, there should be a supervisor or a doctor, somebody who knows hyperbaric therapy and its effects, to control and give like breaks. So you will have to have a special a person to monitor while you are sleeping. So not to do that, not go beyond the limits and keep inside that safe zone. Just like when you take a drug, you do not exceed the dose. You do not come down, so there is no effect. You remain in the middle. Exactly, this is hyperbaric medicine. So you keep in the middle, you keep in the safe zone, you keep healing, and then we see the prognosis, how your disease is going on. This is going towards betterment, then we keep on giving it. If there is some problem, we stop it. If there is some issue or some complication, we stop it, or we help to overcome the problem. So the input of doctor is really important. And now the hyperbaric specialty is a big specialty. It's a master degree. It has a lot of knowledge. The guys have done, like me, I've done deep sea diving. I'm a deep sea diver. I was in the Navy, qualified diver. I know diving. I have myself done oxygen diving. It's like a tactical diving. I've done air diving through scuba sets. I've done mixed gas diving. I've done surface supply diving. I have done chambers. I have done TRCS. I have done escapes, submarine, helis, everything. So we have spent our life learning this technology. Like anybody who's there on the internet, okay, I will do 80 session, I will do 40 session, 30 session. These people don't know what they're talking about, and the engineers, they will sell them the chamber, the manufacturer will sell them the chamber, but you need a doctor to advise you what you need, what you need to do to be in the safe zone. So I hope you understand. You don't sleep in the hyperbaric chambers like Michael Jackson used to do. Justin Bieber, I heard, after his Lyme disease. And there is a video on my channel about the rich and famous people doing hyperbaric therapy. Some of them have converted their rooms into hyperbaric chamber. Maybe it looks wonderful, but the advice of the doctor is important. So I hope you understand it. So if there is any question, you can leave in the comments. I will be gladly able to answer. And if you need a hyperbaric prescription, my number is at the end. And I hope you like my video, because I have made this video after a lot of research. And this is one of the best hyperbaric channel in the world. And you have to subscribe it and also press the bell icon so that you're informed of the new video and we meet again. So hope to see you soon. Take care. Goodbye.